Good morning, everyone. It's 2:30. I have the exact time here. It's 2:37 p.m. Today, I'm feeling very open and honest, and I would like to be open and honest with all of you. So I thought it would be a fun idea to talk about some of the fictional characters that I would like to take out for coffee or well, I don't drink coffee. Um, tea is cool, or a beverage of some sort, like go to a coffee shop, go to lunch with them, really get to know them. Fictional characters that I enjoy quite a lot. Most of these crushes are current, some of them are from the past. So please don't judge me. So why don't we just get started? This is a list of my fictional crushes in no particular order, but actually, why did I just lie? It is in a certain order. They kind of get a little weird as we go on, but that's what makes it fun. So let's just get started. I'm stalling because I'm kind of embarrassed. I worked hard on this PowerPoint. I spent like 4 hours last night working on it and like another hour and a bit today finalizing it. So let us begin. Number 1, Minho Moon from EXO Kitty. Now, this man is the reason that I started watching the show to begin with when season 2 came out. And can you blame me? First of all, he's hot. There's that. Like, look at the material that I provided for you that you're seeing on the screen at this present moment. He's gorgeous. He's absolutely beautiful. He's rich. So that's cool. If you have a problem, he can probably solve it very conveniently with the money that he has at his disposal. Kitty was literally like, oh, my sister's flight got canceled and she can't come here. And then Minho was like, it's fine. My dad has a private jet. He can fly them over here. Like,
that's a delicious man right there.
He's sassy. He's kind of a diva. He's like kind of a diva, and it's kind of annoying, but endearing in the same way, and I appreciate that. He has a cute accent. I like his accent. I think it's nice. He's loyal. He's a very loyal friend. He cares about his friends, and he doesn't expect anything in return. He just cares about his friends. He'll do right by his friends. But the thing is, he doesn't think that his friends would do the same for him. Like, it's because he has money, he thinks that, like, he's used to people using him for his money. But his friends really care about him, and he cares about his friends. He'll do whatever he can to make them happy and do good things for the people he cares about, and I appreciate that. That's kind of the same thing as the next bullet point. He cares about his friends. I just explained that. That is a very wonderful quality to have in a person. And he seems to care a lot about his hygiene. He's got a good skincare routine, I'm pretty sure. He probably uses very nice organic products to maintain his wonderful appearance. I appreciate that. It's whatever he's doing, it's working, and he should keep doing it. Next up, Rentaro Samugi from Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. First of all, this man is a gentle giant. He is probably like 6'8", very like intimidating looking. He may have an intimidating presence, but he is very kind and sweet. And that goes into the next point. He's very kind-hearted, and he has a pure soul. He cares so much about the people around him, about his friends, but he is very self-conscious because of people steering away from him because of his intimidating aura, and he's kind of closed himself off because of it, but he does really care about the people in his life, and I appreciate that. He's so loving and sweet and kind. Next, he is a yearner. Everyone is like, we need to bring back yearning, and they're correct. We do. We need men like Samugi does in the show to yearn for the person that they are attracted to. He cares about Karuko so much. He genuinely likes her as a person, not just because she's pretty or just as a love interest. I know this is like the bare minimum. Of course, but the way he cares about her is so wholesome and just so sweet and nice, and he just likes her so much. When he ends up confessing that he likes her at the end of the show, it doesn't feel like cringy or forced or anything. It comes out very organically. He just says it. I really like you. It doesn't come off as awkward. He doesn't backtrack and say something else. It's just so sweet. That's like, I wish someone would just do that. I think we need to just do that. He just said, I really like you. And that's all I needed. That's all I want. I want someone to just say that to me. And it was so refreshing to see that in this show when I watched it. It was very sweet and wholesome. And I think Samugi is very sweet and wholesome. And next point, he can bake. A man who can bake is, you automatically get like 50 points because I love tasty treats, and the fact that he learned how to bake for Karuko's birthday, to bake her a special cake, that is so sweet. Like, he works at his family's patisserie and he learned how to bake. He was like, Dad, show me how to bake. I'm not gonna tell you the exact reason, I want to learn, but it was so he could make a cake for his friend. A man who will learn a new skill, not just for his own betterment as a person, gaining a new skill set, but just to impress or do something nice for a friend or the person they like. It's so lovely. He's handsome. I mean, look at him. Again, look at the material. He's a handsome guy. He's quite handsome. And he has a nice voice. I have a thing for voices. If you have a nice voice, you are automatically in my good graces. Next, Hajime Hinata from Danganronpa. I'm just gonna start with the fact that he is smart. He is quite smart. I know he didn't know how many sides an octagon had. I know that's a whole if I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right? We know, but I'm pretty sure in the original Japanese, they said octagon in English, and because they're Japanese, they wouldn't know what octagon means. That actually makes more sense. So, see, he's not stupid. He is very smart. Obviously, since he's the protagonist, he's the one solving the cases, doing the investigations, figuring everything out. He's a smart guy. He's smarter than people, and even himself, than he gives himself credit for. He's hot. I think he's hot. Again, he's the protagonist, so he's literally a guy. Like, he's just a guy. But he's a hot guy. He's got nice eyes. I want to, like, flick the antenna on the top of his head. Sorry, the H in hot was capitalized, and I put everything in lowercase, so I changed it because it was bothering me. Anyway, Hajime has the sympathetic / tragic backstory. He's been through a lot, feeling inferior because he doesn't have a talent, being isolated from everyone at Hope's Peak because he doesn't have a talent. He voluntarily got a lobotomy for the hope of being given a talent. He sacrificed his mind and body just for the hope of having a talent. He's been through a lot. A killing game, his friends dying. He's been through hell, but he made it out on the other side, and I'm very happy for him, and I like him. I don't know, like, if any of you try to come up in my comments telling me Hajime's boring, we're gonna have a fight. Not really. I actually don't care that much. I like Hajime, and that's all that matters. He is kind of rough around the edges compared to the other Danganronpa protagonists. Like, Makoto is very sweet and nice. Like, Makoto's a cutie patootie, you know? He's just average. And Shuichi is like the sad, emo protagonist, like insecure, that kind of thing. Hajime, he is also, like I said, he is a guy, but he's got some edge to him. He's kind of tough. He's kind of rough around the edges. Going into the next point, he's snarky, and he's kind of done with everyone most of the time. That's something I instantly liked about him going into Danganronpa 2. He is not as naive as Makoto. He's snarky. He'll have the occasional snarky retort or thought, at least, to something someone says, or if someone's being ridiculous, he'll be like, dude, what are you doing? I like that about him. He's just done with everybody's BS. Like, he's stressed. That's why he's done with everyone. He's stressed, and he always has these snarky asides, and I really like that. He's voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, and that's a plus. That's another thing that I immediately was like, I like his voice. Again, I have a thing for voices. If you have a nice voice, I like you. Next, Nagito Komaeda. I'm gonna have to move out of the way to show you the other bullet points because he's the person that I had the most bullet points to write about. First of all, he's crazy. He's absolutely insane. And I feel like some of us would be lying to ourselves if we didn't like a character who was a little bit, or in this case, a lot, crazy. He's absolutely wild and so ballsy and crazy, and I like that. It'd probably be insufferable in real life though, but it's fiction for a reason. He's low-key gay. Maybe high-key. I probably could have put high-key, but I'm gonna stick with low-key. He's low-key gay, and I also like that. I feel like it adds a little sprinkle of flavor to him. The way he talks about Hajime is very telling. It's very eye-opening. If you know, you know. He has a cool design. His design is really cool. It's iconic at this point. His design is cool. His hair is cool. That's like, I knew about Komaeda before I knew anything about Danganronpa. And during Danganronpa 2, I was like, I know you. I don't know anything about you, but I've seen you before. I've heard whisperings about you, but I don't know what you're all about. And now I do. And my life has forever been altered because of this man. I will never go back to being the person I was before Komaeda. He's funny. He's quite funny. Like, if you see, like, Nagito's funny. He's sassy. He has plenty of his moments where he's being sassy and funny and annoying, but in a way that's funny to me, you know? At first I was annoyed because I didn't know what the hell he wanted. What was he trying to achieve? But then, like, it takes time to understand him, and he has his funny moments. If I can find some, I'll insert them here.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath? Did you say something? You're not going to feed me? You don't sound very articulate. Huh? There's still more. Oh, am I allowed to speak? Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then. What am I doing? Playing Russian roulette, obviously.
The weapon. Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that.
Hey guys, it's me. I realized that I completely forgot to mention one of the bullet points on the PowerPoint, even though it was right there. I went off on so many tangents that I forgot literally just one point, and it was that Nagito is ridiculously intelligent. Despite the fact that he thinks he's like the scum of the earth, he's arguably the smartest person in the entire franchise. I can't believe I forgot to mention that. This section about Komaeda is already so long, but I just wanted to put that in because I completely forgot that it was written there. He's so intelligent. He's literally playing 87D chess for the entire game, and it confused and bewildered and dazzled me. So that's another reason why he's here. Being intelligent and being crazy are not always mutually exclusive, and he is proof of that. Anyway, he has the tragic anime backstory. This is another man who has been through hell because of his luck cycle, and that's why he's so messed up and has this warped view of the world and talent and the way he views himself. It's just a lot, and the more I understood it, the more I felt sympathy towards him. Obviously, it doesn't excuse the absolutely insane things he's done, but it explains it. Definitely. He did end up on the other side better off, and I wish nothing but the best for this fictional character. Next, he is voiced by Bryce Papenbrook, and that is an automatic, like, again, you get like 100 points. We love Bryce Papenbrook. He's a cool dude, and he's in like a bajillion things, but if you're voiced by Bryce Papenbrook, that's amazing. I like nice voices, and I think Nagito has a nice voice in English and Japanese. When I heard his Japanese voice, I was like, oh. Well then.
大丈夫。だいぶ参ってるみたいだね。他のみんなだって一緒だよ。
だっていきなりこんなおかしなことに巻き込まれるなんて。価値ある人間とそうでない人間って生まれた瞬間から明確に分かれているんだ。努力が成功を生むなんてとんでもない誤解だよ。世界がそんなに簡単なわけないもん。その程度で死ぬ運なんて、そんなものは才能とは呼べないよ。僕が超高校級の幸運なら、僕はここで生き残るべきなんだ。いつ刃を向けてくるかわからない他人に怯えながら弱者を吊るし上げて正義を語る、そんな究極の自己正当化ゲームはこれでおしまいだ。
Megumi Ogata and Bryce Papenbrook, beautiful, excellent job. You guys really did your big one with him, and I appreciate that. He's rich. He's like ridiculously rich again as a result of his luck cycle. He has found himself with lots of money miraculously, and he's hot. I think he's hot, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Look at the material that I provided. Come on, he is a Tumblr sexy man for a reason. Although I'm pretty sure, like, isn't one of the requirements to be a Tumblr sexy man to not be conventionally attractive? Well, I guess Nagito isn't conventionally attractive, but, like, he's attractive. He is. So, I don't know what that's about. If I got into Danganronpa when I was, like, 15, and I knew of Komaida's existence back then, I don't know what kind of person I would be today. We need to move on, or else I'll just end up talking about Komaida for the next 30 minutes. Rentaro Amami. I don't have much to say about this man, as you can see. To be fair, he doesn't get a lot of screen time in V3, so I just scraped up whatever I could come up with. He's cute. I think he's cute. He's got a nice design. I like his design. It's simple, which I guess is kind of the point. He's kind of basically a mystery. He's a mystery man. He has piercings, which I didn't even notice until I was gathering pictures for this PowerPoint presentation. He has like piercings on one of his ears. At least like, I don't know, 7 or 8. There were quite a few. He's got nice eyes. He's got the avocado hair, and he's got a nice deep voice, courtesy of Johnny Young Bosch again. I felt like his voice didn't match his face, but I wasn't complaining. It was a good contrast. It's a nice contrast to have kind of a cute face like that and have like a nice deep voice. It was like Felix from Stray Kids. It was like that kind of effect. And I think that's cool. Next, Sonic the Hedgehog. This is definitely a past crush more than a present one. I'm sure many people went through a Sonic the Hedgehog phase, hyperfixation when we were younger, but I think Sonic is awesome. He's optimistic, and I think we all need an optimistic presence in our lives. Like when we're feeling down on ourselves or anything, he's the kind of guy who will help lift your spirits and make you feel better and remind you of the good qualities that you have. He's not gonna let you talk down about yourself. We all need someone like that in our lives. He's extroverted. I really like that. As someone who is introverted and kind of has a hard time getting out of my comfort zone, he's the guy who will help you get out of your comfort zone and will encourage you to do things. Maybe you've been thinking about doing something for a while, but you haven't had the courage to do it, and he'll be the one to encourage you, and that's very admirable. He is a free spirit. He goes his own way. He runs wherever the wind takes him. That is a very good quality that I admire. As someone who kind of cares too much and overthinks a lot, Sonic, he just goes. He doesn't think, he just runs. And he cares about his friends. He will do anything to save his friends, to keep them safe, to make sure they're all doing all right. He just cares. He cares about everyone. And he's blue, and blue is my favorite color. I think that's it. Shadow the Hedgehog. First of all, he has the tragic backstory. This is a man who has also been through hell, and because of that, I feel sympathy for him because of everything that he's been through, and that's why he is the way he is. Losing his best friend, memory loss, amnesia, that's a big thing. Not remembering his past, the purpose of why he was created in the first place. It's It's quite a lot. Next, he does not gaff about basically anything unless he does. Like the next point, like he does not gaff unless he cares about you or he likes you. He goes his own way. He does what he wants. No one rules him or tells him what to do. If there's a battle that he has to fight, he will do it either because he wants to or he doesn't want to. He has his own principles. That's another point. He is a man of principle. He is the anti-hero in a way. He's ambivalent towards good and evil. He's just on whatever side that he believes is right. He's also very focused. If he has a goal, he's going to achieve it. As someone who procrastinates, that's a trait that I wish I had, and it's a trait that I appreciate and admire in other people. They say they're going to do something and then they just go do it right then. And that's what Shadow does. And he looks cool. Like, he says it in Sonic Adventure 2, I'm the coolest. He is. Last but not least, Quest from World of Quest. I'm pretty sure only 3 people know or remember that this show exists, and I'm one of those 3 people. And I remember when I was like 10, kind of like having a crush on Quest a little bit. There are a couple of reasons why. One, he can fight. This man knows how to fight. Obviously, that's like his job. With his fists, with his swords, like he knows how to fight. Next, he's an absolute unit. Like, look at him. How do you even achieve proportions like that? I don't know. Wow. Honestly, his biceps alone are probably like the size of me. Like, both of his arms are probably 2 me's. That's impressive. I guess the only thing is his legs. I guess it would look really weird if his legs were the same size as his arms. Clearly, arm, shoulder, and back day and chest day, they took precedence over leg day. But like his legs are shredded as well. So I appreciate the dedication. He also does not gaff. The only reason that he has to is because he's under the allegiance spell. So he has to do whatever Prince Nestor tells him to do so they can find the elemental swords to save the kingdom. That's the plot, right? I should rewatch the show. It was one of my favorite shows as a kid, but he doesn't gaff, and as a kid I was like, wow, he's so cool. I guess that's the last point. Like, I don't know, I just thought he was cool. Also, what is that chin? I don't think we've seen him with his, like, is that a mask? What is over his eyes? Pretty sure that is a mask of some sort. I don't know, maybe my feelings towards him would have been different if I saw him without the mask on, but I guess we'll never know. So yeah, that's it for me bearing my soul to you all. That's basically what this was. I hope you possibly share some of the same fictional crushes that I do so that I feel a little less weird about some of them. Actually, I don't feel weird about them. If I did, I wouldn't have been sharing them. Well, maybe the last one. But yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your fictional crushes in the comments. I will see you later. Oh, my hand was blurry for a second. Bye.